My voice is pretty dead. I can barely speak, and maybe I shouldn't even be making this video right now, but I decided I'm going to do so anyway, just because not only I have some things I really want to say, but I want you all to bear witness to what your behavior has done to this voice, has done to my throat, has the physical damage it has caused to me. So, last week, near the end of the week, I made a Facebook post pranking people in my Scrabble community, suggesting that I was flying to Dublin, Ireland. Didn't write any text about it, didn't say anything, just checked in at the airport, said I was flying there, which was a complete fib. And at the end of the weekend, I made a video in which I revealed why I did this, because the Continental Scrabble Championship was happening in Ireland. And I was very not nice to some of the Scrabble players who've gotten in my way, including the president of the World English Language Scrabble Players Association, Luke Mon. And I don't take back anything I said. But I want to be clear that I received some news since I made that video. And the news was about something that happened over the weekend before I made this video. So it wasn't a response to the video. It was a response to me just making that check-in, giving people the impression that I might be in Dublin, Ireland. And I found out that there was conversation about me at that tournament. And I found out that someone, at least one person, was actually spreading rumors, saying something about a death threat that I allegedly made. Now, if you go back and look at my story, you will see that the Scrabble associations have been defaming me for a long time. It started out when Jennifer Evans and Lola were defaming me for a long time. And a big common thread in this defamation has been that I am some sort of threat of violence. I have never committed a violent act in my life. They intentionally misinterpreted my words, maliciously, to try to write this false narrative that I made a death threat, when they were already using what they knew were defamatory stories about me being a threat of violence as pretext for their earlier bans of me. And I have more than explained myself. I have more than put the evidence out there, more than pointed all the ways out in which this is a complete lie, and there was never any good faith dialogue with me about it. You have just given me more evidence that you are continuing to defame me with these stories of death threats. This person wrote to me because it was very obvious to them that I was being bullied. And they said, "I think it's so sad that you are banned from competing in a game you are apparently brilliant at. If you could possibly fight this somehow in the courts, that would be great." This person doesn't even know a lot of the basics of the story, that I already fought this in the courts. And I already had these people handle things so unethically in the courts that both my lawyer and their lawyer were investigated for ethics violations, and they dragged out for several years, and that the courts did a bunch of unethical things. Not the courts, the Oregon State Bar did a bunch of unethical things, literally put lies in print to try to cover up the wrongdoing of these lawyers. I understand that there are a lot of you who are only getting a glimpse of the story from all of these people. But if you take the time to read the details, it is so fucking obvious these people are lying through their teeth and bullying me. And I keep hearing back from people like this because I was in this community for 20 years. And there are plenty of people who interacted with me on a friendly basis and know I'm just an ordinary person who got along fine with people at Scrabble tournaments. And I don't care how legally successful you can be at keeping me out of the tournaments. You're not fooling people. It is obvious as fucking hell when you are being dishonest, immoral shitbags and bullying me. And I'm going to keep speaking up. I'm going to keep showing the world the damage that you are doing to me, including the damage to this voice. And I want to be clear. the money to take you all to court right now. That might change in the future. I don't want to solve this in the courts, but you are being disgusting, immoral, defaming assholes who are only doubling, tripling, quadrupling, quintupling down on your defamation. You are saying, we give you no other choice. And if I ever do get the money, I will gladly take you all to court and cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Not only because you should owe me those legal fees for all the damages you've done to my life, but even if I can't collect those damages from you, just making your life a living hell for decades and forcing you to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers is what you deserve, so that every one of you is scared out of ever working in the Scrabble world again. Fuckheads like you have no business running this game and running me out of this game when I have been a massively morally better person than you and am smarter than you and play the game better than you. I am superior to you in every fucking way. You are shitbags. You are disgracing this game. It is a fucking disgrace that if you go to the WESPA website, if you go to look who's on the board, if you go to that webpage, the very first person you see is Chris Lipe, an alleged rapist. This is someone who actually fucking raped a woman, and I fucking know it, and you fucking know it. And he supported his friends in making a false accusation that I did anything similar to that. And you have decided you take the side of actual fucking rapists and you turn against people who have false accusations of rape against them when those false accusations have already been disproven. Because you hate the truth. You decided who's in your tribe and you will literally side with evil people and against a good person because you are immoral sacks of shit who decide what they think is true based on who you like rather than what is actually true. You are just as disgusting as Trumpers. You are the absolute disgrace of humanity. I hate your fucking guts. And I don't want to just win Scrabble back from you. I want the entire world to see in you the same disgusting tribalism, the same disgusting counterfactual worldviews that the American Republican Party and so much of the rest of the conservative movement is going through these days. I want the whole world to see that when you build a community on lies, that when you decide to say that black is white and white is black, it makes you dumb, it makes you evil, it makes you morally worthless. I hate your fucking guts, you lying scum. Chris Lipe is literally evil. Everything he said about this story is 100% a lie. Everything I have said is 100% the truth. And I don't give a fuck about your emotions. I don't give a fuck about who you like more. If you take the side of the liars and you turn against the truth tellers, you have become an evil human being. And everything I do to make your life worse, to take away everything from you and to make sure that I get all the rewards is an entirely virtuous thing. And I may never succeed in my life. I may never get a good thing from me. But as long as I make a good example of this story and make sure that the next time something like this happens, that the truth tellers win and the liars lose, I will have made the world better. My sacrifice will have made it. It will have made a difference because liars like you, immoral scum like you, are the worst of humanity. And you deserve to lose everything, you fucking scum.